Welcome to this explainer. You know that feeling when you look at your phone and it's just a cluttered mess of apps you never actually use? Well, today we are exploring a totally different, incredibly refreshing approach to the app ecosystem. We're looking at independent Android developer Rhythm Themes, and specifically how they master this notoriously chaotic space by heavily relying on distinct, highly purposeful categories. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by digital bloat, you are absolutely going to love how this developer categorizes their portfolio to build things people actually use. So let's dive into their guiding philosophy, which is literally apps people actually use. Sounds kind of obvious, right? But think about what that actually means in practice. We're talking about functional, independent, and highly organized Android applications specifically designed to solve everyday problems, completely stripped of that usual bloat. By focusing strictly on practical utility, they shape their entire catalog. They aren't trying to build one giant, messy super app for everyone. Instead, they are building specific tools tailored for very specific categories of your life. And to really understand how they pull this off, we are going to use their own 4 distinct categories as our roadmap today: AI and productivity, health and wellness, finance and utilities, and games and entertainment. Let's kick things off with category number 1, AI and productivity, where they are heavily focused on putting Claude AI to work. Take their app, BrainSnap AI, for instance. This thing is basically a massive multi-tool for studying. You literally just point your camera at a homework problem, and boom! From there, it categorizes what you need and gives you the full working. We're talking step-by-step math solutions, smart Q&A on literally any subject, a translator that handles over 100 languages, essay drafting, flashcards, and even trivia. It takes all those high-friction tasks and bundles them into one elegantly simple workflow. Now, what I really love here is how this illustrates their nuanced understanding of AI. On one hand, you have the sort of free-flowing, sometimes chaotic nature of standard AI chatting. They have apps for that, like Ask Anything or the Pocket team of AI characters and bots app, which are fantastic when you just need instant answers. But on the flip side, they offer Prompt Kit. This is a highly structured tool designed specifically to organize, refine, and reuse your very best AI prompts. They've recognized that even within the productivity category itself, we need both freeform exploration and structured, repeatable tools. Moving right along to our second category, health and wellness, where the focus shifts to gentle, private tools. Their approach in this category is crystal clear. Gentle, private tools for tracking nutrition, mood, and habits. But the absolute game changer here is that second half, offline first, no data leaves your phone. By isolating health and wellness into its own distinct category, they're able to apply this incredibly strict design rule across the board. Your sensitive wellness data stays entirely on your device, which, let's be honest, gives you total peace of mind. This gentle philosophy is perfectly showcased in apps like Calorie IQ. Instead of a clunky, frustrating interface where you have to manually hunt through massive databases of food, you just log your meals in plain English. That's it. The AI does all the complex math behind the scenes. It totally removes the friction of meal tracking by just conforming to how you naturally speak. And get this, 60 seconds. That is the exact time needed for a daily check-in using their app, MindPulse. They've categorized mental wellness not as some massive, time-consuming chore that you're going to dread, but as a super accessible 60-second daily habit that easily fits into literally anyone's routine. Okay, category number 3, finance and utilities, otherwise known as your practical everyday tools. This is where they tackle those highly relatable everyday annoyances head on. Hate losing your place in a queue? They have Smart Queue Tracker. Frustrated because you feel like your time is just evaporating? TickTale is designed to turn your day into a story of well-spent time. Or maybe you're struggling with complex budget tracking. FinAssist steps in as your AI-powered personal finance companion. It's just a beautifully categorized approach to solving life's little logistical headaches. Finally, we hit category 4, games and entertainment. Time to untangle and unwind. If you're a sports fan, they've built FanVibe. It is essentially your ultimate matchday companion. You can deck out your fan cam with augmented reality team face paint, all while following live World Cup 2026 scores right as they happen. It's just pure, simple entertainment. But let's say you just want some quiet downtime. They recently dropped this neon puzzle game called Arrow Escape. And notice how their core philosophy bleeds right into their entertainment category, too. This is a relaxing brain puzzle with surprising depth where you basically untangle a glowing maze one arrow at a time.
And just like their wellness apps, it stays totally true to their user-friendly ethos by being entirely offline and completely ad-free. Zero pop-ups.
The whole premise of the game asks a really simple question. Can you find the way out? Because if you move the arrows in the wrong order, they block each other. And honestly, isn't that a surprisingly fitting metaphor for navigating today's bloated app stores? Without clear categories and intentional design, everything just tangles together, and we end up blocked and frustrated by our own devices. Which brings us right back to their core ethos. Rhythm Themes is an independent Android developer building AI-powered apps people actually use. This hyper-categorized, independent approach is exactly what allows them to build functional apps that deeply respect your time, your sanity, and your privacy, whether you're using an AI tool or playing a puzzle game. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to consider this streamlined approach. Go ahead and look at your own phone. Based on the 4 distinct categories we just explored, productivity, wellness, utilities, and entertainment, what type of apps are taking up the most unnecessary space on your device right now? Is your digital ecosystem actually working for you, or is it time for a serious cleanup? Think about it.